Okay everybody, this is my garden. It's in my front yard because that's the best spot as far as sun goes for at my house. I get a lot of trees and I get more sun here than any other spot in my yard. It is June 5th and I live in Florida and it's getting really hot. And one of my little kitties. And here's my tomatoes, and they're taller than I am. I'm 5'7" and they're taller than I am. And there's some green zebras you can see right here. It's been really hot here in Florida and they're just really having trouble ripening. I've also got zebra hearts down there. I've got something called a burpee lawn keeper and something called a Pearson. But I've got a lot of tomatoes. They just don't want to ripen. Here's some yellow straight neck squash, and I did pretty good this year getting squash. The last 2 years I had never gotten squash. They always died. And this plant here is a lychee tomato, which is really pretty cool plant. It's got thorns on it, so you don't really want to stick your hands in there, but it's really a pretty plant. They get these little tomatoes on here, if you can see down in here, and like a husk tomato. And I'm hoping they'll turn ripe and I'll get to eat them. Here's more tomatoes. I think I have some kind of ox blood or something like that tomato. It's a funny shape, heart-shaped tomato. And I've got Cherokee purples, but they haven't wanted to ripen either. I can take them in the house and they'll ripen. And I've got some more different greens and stuff down here that, like I said, it's getting hot, so I'm going to have to pull all this stuff up. But this is Swiss chard, which is really pretty, but I've gotten to eat off it a few times. Here's peppers, and I've got these little mini bell peppers. They're supposed to turn red. I've got some peppers down here called patio Marconi peppers, and they're just now starting to turn red. So I think I'll actually get to eat some of them. And all of these in here are supposed to be golden California wonder peppers, and they're supposed to be yellow, and this is a yellow bell. And looks like they might need a little fertilizer. But actually I got a lot of them in there, just waiting for them to ripen. And these are 2 giant collard plants, and I planted them last year, I think October. They went through Christmas and went through the freeze that we had here in Florida, and they just keep growing, and I just keep picking off the bottom branch down there and eating off of them. And for the most part, I mean, the bugs are eating a little bit, but I don't really spray these because I don't like to eat the spray. So I just pick off the leaves and rinse them off and cook them up and eat them. And here's some smaller collards I actually planted in March. And this little cabbage, I'll probably just pick it and eat it because it's just getting too hot. But, and this is a scallop squash. It's a little white squash. See down there? I've got 2 or 3 of them I got to eat, but they didn't grow so well this year, but I'm learning. Here's some strawberries that they seem to like this spot, so I'm going to leave them right there. I've grown potatoes before, but this year did not do a good job, so I'll try again next year. And here's some buckets of more bell peppers. This patio tomato was from last year, and I put it along the side of the garage, and it seemed to last through the freeze and started shooting up new leaves, and I just stuck it out here, and it's got some tomatoes on it, and I've been eating off that. So this box here I didn't plant at all, but I've got some sweet potatoes I started. I'm going to fill this box with sweet potatoes. And that's that trellis I built. And if anybody wants to go to John Cole or his website, or his YouTube videos are Growing Your Own Greens, and he's got great trellises. They're really cool. And like I said, my garden's in my front yard. This is a trellis I built. I'm gonna work on it and get these little vines I got growing on there. I'll get it to go over the top and it'll look pretty cool. And This is some wagon wheels that we had kind of laying around, and I just stuck them out here. Thought they looked kind of neat. And like I said, this is my garden, and in a couple months I'm going to start another one for August, and we'll see what I can grow. And that's my husband in the back. He is burning some trees that we cut down because I got a greenhouse that I'm going to put up in the back, and I'll have to videotape that when we start putting that up. That'll be pretty neat. But that's all. Okay, bye.